where I do my intro. Right here. What's up, everybody? I'm Lou, as you guys know, host of the Real Talk podcast. I got my good friend Jack here with us today.
Hello.
That's Jack. This is great because, this has been a month in the making now. Maybe 2 months. Who knows?
I've lost all track of time.
So this was supposed to happen when this all first started back in February, maybe, I think.
Could have been.
It could have been earlier than that. Who knows? No. It was beginning of March.
It was about mid-March.
Yeah, mid-March. But yeah, this was supposed to happen like a month ago, but now we're on it. Now we got it, guys. So Jack, how are you doing today, man? How's quarantine treating you?
I'm doing all right. Put in a full 8 hours at work today. Came home, rested up, got ready for this pod. I was getting warmed up here a couple minutes ago. I thought about the Office episode I watched last night, where Dwight went on the radio. He was being interviewed, and he was warming up. He said, "Quite a lot of little paddle, paddled on a little bit, the little water." I don't know. The Office always makes me laugh. It's a better show.
Dude, it does. Are you wearing a zipper, by the way? I can hear a little rattling.
How do I sound now?
Yo, I love when he takes off the tie.
They hear it on the phone.
Oh man, I love that episode. So funny. I think that was the boat.
Yep,
episode,
it was.
Maybe.
Yep. The downfall of Andy Bernard. There it goes.
Dude, it sucks. I know, because he wasn't. Season 8, he wasn't that bad, but now
he's a good manager.
That's what I'm saying. He was like Michael Scott, and now he's just.
Yep.
And then he doesn't even get with Aaron.
I know. Spoiler alert.
Oh
man, The Office just celebrated its 15th anniversary a couple weeks ago, so.
That's true.
I don't know if it's too much of a spoiler alert anymore.
So if you guys haven't watched The Office, might as well go watch it now.
Yep.
15th year. So Jack and I go way back to 2nd grade, Mrs. Carpenter's class. What a great time that was.
Yep. Kicking around the old kickball out on the field there at H.C. Burgard Elementary School. The best elementary school in Mannheim, by the way.
That is very true. I mean,
I won't hear any arguments.
Talk about humble beginnings, am I right?
Yeah. Doesn't get much better than that.
That's what I'm saying. You, Nick Brown, me.
I mean, the whole gang was there.
I know. Then we got to Mrs. Sproul's class, math class.
Yep. Third highest. Don't want to be too humble. It was the third highest. There were 4.
Oh, man.
Couldn't quite get to Mr. Fair's math class.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What do you do?
Wait. Okay, I remember from Mrs. Sproul's class, did we sit together up front sometime?
We may have.
I think we sat up front together. I have a vague memory.
It's likely we got separated also.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember us getting separated.
Hey, just like 7th grade too. Lunch.
Yeah.
Or no, I think that was a regular detention you and I got for talking in class. Yeah.
Yeah, talking while Mrs. Brandt was talking.
Yeah.
My first detention ever.
Yeah.
And it was my last.
I got one in 8th grade for chewing gum.
Yeah.
Mrs. Wennick.
Mrs. Wennick.
SMH my head.
I know. Come on, man. Why are you chewing gum? It wasn't allowed.
I needed some fresh breath.
For all the girls you were racking in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then high school days, Piotr Winkler.
Piotr.
Mr. Winkler, if you're watching this, you are the man.
Mr. Winkler, how's that porch treating you? It looks pretty nice outside.
Yeah, when we drive by it, Mr. Winkler, it looks nice. Yeah. I gotta tell you. And no one better to do it than Jack Wagner himself. That's what I'm saying.
Appreciate that.
But Jack, you've been famous for quite a while, though. I gotta say. I mean, all the way back dating to the J-Wag show. I don't know what grade that was.
Back in middle school sometime. Me and the old Bobby Miller, shout out. We just let our imagination run wild back then. Basketball trick shots, Mario Kart, Valentine's Day, special edition episodes. It's just fun time. Stella.
Just Stella barking. Good old Stella.
Mom must be walking by.
Yeah, it probably is. But, I loved the J-Wag show. I think everybody really loved it. Can you hear that, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah.
You can hear the barking. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure everybody can hear it,
Yeah, it's not too loud.
Okay, cool. Because I just want to make sure this is what I deal with, guys. Stella barks at everything and anything. Every time Mrs. Houston walks by, Jack's mom, she gets barked at. Don't matter who it is. She's barking.
All hours of the day too. 3
Yeah.
a.m. Xbox, you hear Stella.
Dude, it's crazy.
Not quite that late.
It's crazy because I was just outside actually, and I thought it was another dog barking, but when I walked back, I was like somewhere up near you, and I heard a bark, like an echo of a bark, and I walked back to my house and I was like, that's effing Stella. That's fucking Stella barking.
Well, sometimes I do hear some dogs barking, and it is a little echoey. I feel like it might be coming down from your way.
It probably is. It probably is. But can you just talk about the J-Wag show a little bit? I mean, I loved the show personally. Everybody loved it. Why don't you bring it back?
That's a word for it. I don't know. As we got older, Bob and I, just lives got big, lives got busier. I don't want to say the lack of creativity, our creativity diminished. It's been ever rising since birth. But I don't know. I think we just lost that fire for the J-Wag show. But back then, I mean, all cylinders firing. We were just pumping out content for the Mannheim kids. Caught some hate, but actually in the Valentine's Day episode, I say, we don't care about the haters. You gave us views. We're all about the YouTube views.
And that's all that counts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude, I love all the episodes. What did you guys have a Sprite sponsor?
We were trying for that. They never really reached out. We were just giving them some free publicity, I'm sure they appreciated it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm
just
sure.
Didn't get that contract.
I don't know why they didn't put it on one of their commercials, but I mean that just blows my mind.
Would have sold a lot more cans, I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying. Your 10 subscribers would have been all over that.
Yeah, man. 10 subs deep. Just pumping out content. YouTube about to start paying me.
Now it's down to 8. You're lost too. What happened there?
We just keep on moving without them.
So sad to see it go.
Better days ahead.
What was your favorite episode that you made?
I mean, it had to be the basketball trick shot video. We had a lot of fun making that. Some funny jokes came out of it, like Bobby's his blooper.
Yeah.
The seesaw shot right back to his face. The top of the tree tilted net shot. All legendary stuff.
Dude, true. That was like my favorite line. This shot is way harder than it looks.
I repeated that every take, like all 52 takes, trying to make that shot. Every time I reminded the people how hard it was.
And the celebration was still on point.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, if you don't know Jack, he still celebrates the same way, too.
Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Winning the basketball game at the Nook, final kill in COD, don't matter.
Start flexing.
Oh, yeah.
So Jack has been living it up here in PA, as we all know. You guys all know it, because I mean he's a cool guy. I mean you guys are just keeping up with his life.
Yeah, they're
here.
just tuned in.
So Jack, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing on this break.
Well, started out pretty much a month ago, working from home. With this whole quarantine, only life-sustaining businesses open, so we were shut down for a month. Started back up end of last week, and now I'm back in the office again. We qualify as a wood manufacturing business since we're dealing with timbers, so I'm able to be back in the office, which I'm grateful for. I'll be honest.
Yeah, how does it feel to be back in there?
It's a more productive environment than here in my bedroom, with my phone and my Xbox here. My brother's asking me to go outside or something. Yeah, I'm able to just, sit there and focus.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a lot better because I know for me, being on online classes, it's pretty tough to focus. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just everything's right there, yelling at you, screaming at you.
Who are you
What's
looking
up,
at
Kane?
there? Oh,
What's up,
Kane.
Kane? He's just coming in, grabbing the screwdriver.
Need to fix the door handle.
Great. I wish I knew how to edit this out, but I don't.
This is for you guys.
This is for you.
You gotta struggle
guys.
through this to get to the content.
But now you're done working from home, and I talk to you every day, so I'm getting a sense of what it's like for you, and obviously Ezra too, because he's working from home, and you guys have been telling me about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say, what you guys are saying about it, but how was it adjusting to it?
Well, like I said, man, adjusting to working at home isn't as easy as it seems. I always think, oh yeah, it'd be awesome to just wake up, roll out of bed, get to work. But like I said, too many distractions here. I get distracted pretty easily.
I mean,
it was hard to get work done.
How was the sleep schedule?
Well, it went from I didn't really get very good sleep to begin with. I wake up at 6 for work, go to sleep at 11:30. It's not very much sleep anyways.
Yeah.
During this quarantine, it turned to, it got to 2:30, waking up at 10, and then by the end of it, by the time it was time to go back to work, I was on the old 4:30 to 11:30 sleep schedule, going to sleep just in about an hour and a half before I'm waking up usually. Pretty good schedule.
Guys, I texted him at 12:30 one time, and he did not respond because his phone was still on airplane mode.
Yeah, I turn my phone on airplane mode when I go to sleep.
He does.
Prevent those radioactive waves from penetrating me while I'm sleeping. Oh, that sounded weird as fuck. I just meant, how waves, they just travel through things. Yo, you gotta find a way to cut that out, bro.
No way. No way.
Okay, the listeners, please don't make a joke or a meme out of this. I was just talking about the waves. How we learned in science class, just the radio waves and that stuff. They just travel through things.
Oh my.
Like that's how. That's what I meant.
Oh man. I wish I had more than 20 followers to hear this.
We gotta figure out how to edit that out. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of penetrating. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Let's just move on.
We'll move on to some sports stuff. Man, it's been lonely without sports, I'll tell you what. I mean, without NBA. I mean, me and you are huge sports fans. I mean, how are you doing without, sports?
Well, had about 5-ish weeks to take this in, sports officially being shut down. I'm used to it now, but when it all went down, I was just pretty much in disbelief like everyone else. I'm a huge college basketball fan, like most people that are close to me know, especially my Kansas Jayhawks.
Yeah, show off that shirt.
Getting ready for the NCAA tournament, which Kansas would have won the 2020 tournament, by the way. For you people watching on YouTube, you can see my dope shirt. You know, I was really getting excited for the tournament. It's one of my favorite times of the year, March Madness. You know, Kansas had a really good team. I thought they were going to go all the way. When you're a passionate sports fan, you're always upset when they lose. When they don't even get the chance, it's even worse.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not as big of an NBA fan as you, although I do, you know, I follow it, but you're all in on the stats and everything. I'm more of a casual NBA fan. Support the Thunder, but you know, I'm not super in depth with everything.
I mean,
but I'm sure you took the loss to the NBA harder than I did.
I have, yes. But are you missing the NBA playoffs right now?
Yeah, they should have started yesterday, I believe.
I mean, I guess you'd rather be watching the
Or
tournament.
no, maybe 2 days ago, I think. Sorry.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I mean, I guess you'd rather be watching the tournament than NBA playoffs, right?
Yeah, I mean, the tournament would have been over by now. Kansas would have been champions. So I could have been just watching the NBA, you know, full time. But alas, here we are.
You
No
know, 'cause
sports.
I really miss it because, you know, every year we'd come together and watch the finals together.
Yeah, done that a couple years. You know, everything's just different now. It still feels weird. We were just talking about work. We have to wear masks at work. I'm just like sitting there having a conversation with my coworkers and.
Oh yeah, where's your mask,
masks
man?
on.
Show off that mask.
Oh, I leave it at my desk.
Oh.
I don't have it here. I'm okay
shucks.
breathing, you know, the same air as my family.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I mean, you live with them, so I hope so.
Yeah.
But man, I just want to see playoff LeBron. What do you want the NBA to do here to get it back?
Well, I was hopeful that they could bring it back maybe in June or July. That's not looking so hopeful anymore just because these states all want to reopen. You know, Georgia, your second home, just reopened or is planning to reopen by the end of the week, a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I saw that.
Saw everyone on Twitter. You know, the Florida beaches all opened up. People aren't seeming to take it very seriously. And then it's kind of like the same people are like, oh, I can't wait for sports to be back. But then, you know, there's people down in Florida out on the beach.
Yeah.
It just kind of sucks because really you just got to stay inside and listen to the rules, you know, in order for this to end. I'm sure there's not one person that doesn't want it to end. Even an introvert like myself, I like to go outside still and, you know, go out to eat and whatnot.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who from SCAD are actually really kind of PO'd with them reopening stuff back in GA. So,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, these hotspots are going to pick right back up. They talk about flattening the curve. It's just going to raise right back up.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not spend the rest of my SCAD career at home, but
yeah, you only got 1 year left.
I know, dude. It's crazy. Times are flying. Is the time going by fast for you, or is it just?
Oh my! Well, I mean, that quarantine month working from home, it was Tuesday, and then the next day it was the next Tuesday. Honestly, like the weeks were just passing by so quickly. I really lost track of time then. Just the days just ran together entirely.
Yeah, dude. Like I was just thinking about it today. I was like, man, I don't know what I did April 1st.
Yeah. I seriously remember the one day. I was just trying to remember what I did the previous day. Couldn't figure it out. I didn't know if it was the previous day or 2 or 3 previous. It was just blank.
I'll just blend it in.
Yep.
I do remember, guys. If you knew me, I wish you could have seen the prank I pulled on Jack. It was pretty funny. I'm not gonna go into details about it, but
yeah,
it got him good.
I was fooled. April 1.
But what about baseball? Are you missing the Phillies right now?
Yeah.
I think our team would have been great, honestly.
You know, they went 500 last year. They revamped their whole coaching staff this year. I think they're really in store for a good season. You know, there's still baseball runs into October, so there's still some time to play a condensed season. They're talking about playing games in Arizona and Florida. I don't know how plausible that is. if they can actually make that happen or not. But I was just talking to our friend young Keither Hollinger the other night, just talking about Phillies baseball and how much we wanted to be watching it right now.
Yeah.
He was showing me some highlights from last year. It's just, I don't know, it's just all weird. I'm just used to having these things in our lives, and now it's just isolation and quarantine and social distancing and
Yeah,
strange.
dude, I was actually really excited for the Philly season, and I think this will show everybody how not to take anything for granted. Am I right?
Yeah, true that, man. Learned that lesson greater than ever.
Yep, exactly. That's what Ben and Colby still need to learn.
Yeah, they still go out, hang out with their friends at each other's houses. I'm like, guys, come on.
They just don't get it yet. You just gotta.
Eventually, you just learn.
They'll learn. They'll learn. Colby, it'll take a little bit longer, but
Ben's on his way.
yeah, Ben's definitely on his way. But you know what the Phillies should do? They should just hire Charlie Manuel again as the manager.
Honestly, I mean, he was a great coach. Won a World Series with him. He was their hitting coach a year or two ago.
No, that was just last year. They hired him.
Yeah, I said a year or two ago.
Yeah, you did.
Like I said, time's running together. No, but I mean, he knows how to coach.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I know he's getting up there in age. I don't know how bad he wants to do it any longer, but we got Joe Girardi in the house now. He knows what it's like to win a World Series. So I think the Phillies are in good hands.
Isn't he the one that beat us in the 2009 World Series?
Yeah, year after the Phillies World Series, trying to go back to back. Yankees beat them. What a disgrace! It had to be the Yankees too.
We should have won that.
Oh well.
Do you remember anything about that series, or?
I don't remember a whole lot, honestly.
Yeah.
Over 10 years ago. It's tough to recall.
I gotta say, I do remember the 2008 World Series, though.
I do remember that.
Just a smidge.
I just remember Brad Lidge going down on both knees, just hands up,
Yep.
Carlos Ruiz tackling him. Everybody just piling on.
Watching that live. Did you see the 2008 World Series Phillies video on DVD?
I don't think I have seen it.
Oh, man, they made like a documentary.
Oh, I'm sure.
Of that whole year. It was so cool. I'll lend you my disc sometime.
I look forward to receiving said disc and viewing it.
But during the sports outage,
what's going on in the Bosch house?
I know. Do you hear that?
I hear childlike screaming. Could be Mac.
Probably Mac. But with the sports outage, social media has gotten out of hand, in my opinion. Sports pages posting some pretty dumb stuff right now. And I wish I could unfollow, but I still like seeing highlights and stuff, so I just can't unfollow.
Yeah. I mean, we get some good sports content, like the MJ doc just came out, or just started Sunday night.
Yeah.
And we've been getting a lot of throwback footage and videos of old sports games. But man, that first week or two when sports shut down, all you saw was like, this was crazy when they did this, or like when that happened. I was just getting tired of seeing the same videos, and some of them weren't even sports. They were just like, I mean, I know it's a good family moment, but a little girl being held in a laundry basket to a roller coaster on the TV. Should that be on House of Highlights? I'm not too sure. It's a good family moment. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was on Xbox with you that one time when there was this one horrible video. And I was just like, Jack, go look at this. And it was a kitchen utensil. I don't know what it was. Do you remember?
I mean, it could have been a whisk. It could have been a spatula.
It was a kitchen utensil acting like it was riding on a roller coaster. So
yeah, I mean,
the two ends would come up and then it would shake.
Oh, it was one of those corkscrew things where it's like you screw it into the cork and it has those wings that like flap, and when you pull it up, they like close.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep.
And that was on House of Highlights.
Yeah.
Riding a roller coaster, pretending it was riding a roller coaster.
That's what we came to.
And man, I was just I was just baffled by what I just saw.
Sometimes you just got to keep scrolling.
Did you give it a like?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. Like I said, I like about 42% of the posts I see. It's a solid number.
42%. That's a solid number. I don't get your likes often, but when I do, I stick them in my back pocket for later.
They're worth something.
But staying at home, really caused for some boring days. What other things have affected you during this social distancing?
Well, used to going to the gym all the time, playing basketball twice a week at the Nook. Those are things I do with Ezra all the time when you and Rob are away at school. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys are supposed to be back. I think everything closed down when you guys came on spring break, so we were planning on playing basketball and all that.
Yep.
Got all thrown off. I like to go out to eat. Most people do. Restaurants can't do that anymore. Only takeout. I mean, like you said, taking things for granted. It's just been a huge lesson just to appreciate things.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we can't even like start making Rob Productions films.
Yeah.
So
Rob's not even allowed out of the house.
I know.
Not with other people. That is.
Yeah. He's allowed to go down. Go ahead.
I think we're gonna say the same thing. He went to shoot basketball with his brother.
Yeah, we
Basketball with
were.
us though.
We were.
We just
Didn't
want to
even
shoot
meet up.
basketball with you, Rob. Come on.
I know. We shot once with him though, I think, right? Right when we got back.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh wait.
Memory is fading.
The day.
Oh, it was
That-
the day.
That was it.
See, people, when we play 2-on-2 basketball, it doesn't matter who's on what team. It doesn't matter. Tensions always rise.
Yeah.
We're all some pretty competitive fellows when we're playing basketball. And yeah, things get heated. Lou and I got into a little bit of a physical dispute. But hey, it's all good. We're doing a podcast now.
Yeah.
No punches were thrown, by the way.
Yeah, no punches
No
were
pushing and
thrown.
shoving.
He just threw me like a rag doll. That's it. I sold it though. I'm an actor. I had to sell it.
Yeah.
So there we
Using that
go.
SCAD education.
I'm glad we can laugh about it now, Jack. Though
Yeah, it's all in the past.
it's all.
Like
It's
men,
all
we
mine.
move on.
Looks like we can never play 2-on-2 though again.
Yeah, I don't think we should. Probably not
Dude,
a good idea.
It was crazy. I was just watching old videos of my old basketball court, man.
Out back.
Man, the
Just
days
that thing.
when you guys would play against me and my dad.
Yeah, that was before we were driving. I'd ride my bike across town.
Yeah. Rob would have to get off his bike halfway.
He wasn't allowed to ride over Main Street.
How old was he then? 16?
Yeah, I mean, 15, approaching 16, yeah.
Oh man, Rob, you're
Oh, well.
funny.
Those are the kinds of things that made him who he is today.
Yeah, he's Mellow Rob, man.
Mellow Rob.
If you guys have a chance to go meet Mellow Rob, just go say hi to him. He'll just say,
anywhere
"What's
he
up?"
is, just go say hi.
But after this, isolation ends, what are you gonna do, Jack? What's your first plan?
Well, I expect to go to work that day. And then I think I'm just going to return to normal life, Go to the gym on Wednesdays and Fridays, go play basketball, go out to eat every once in a while. I don't live an extravagant life. I do. I keep it pretty simple. I don't do a lot of crazy things.
Well, you're a grown-up now, man.
Yeah.
Are you still growing
Do
out
what
the
I want.
beard?
Well, see, this is kind of a quarantine type thing. Since I was staying at home, I figured, why not see where I'm at in terms of facial hair. So yeah, if people on YouTube, you can see this scruff.
Did you trim it up?
No, I haven't touched it.
Haven't touched it.
Might shape it up to see what it looks like and then just get rid of it.
Yeah, dude, you got to make it look all nice.
Yeah, I'm too lazy.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Jack. But before you go here, I got to ask you, what do you think the upcoming? We didn't talk NFL. Well, I guess there's nothing going on really in the NFL.
Well,
Except-
I can say that people better stay inside and start following these rules again, because missing the NFL season is going to be a lot harder than any of these other sports, at least for me.
Yeah, you're a hardcore NFL guy.
I mean,
Fantasy football guy too.
oh, the fantasy football season and NFL as a whole, I'd have to say, I mean, I know it's over the course of like 4 or 5 months, but it's a great time of the year, fall, winter, just watching football all the time, especially fantasy. We have a pretty competitive fantasy league, and it's just awesome. If we miss football, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Those fall Sundays are just gonna, I mean, I'm just gonna tune into Fox at 1 p.m. and it's gonna be like The Simpsons or something. Like,
Oh my. Oh, let's try not to think about that. That would just hurt my heart so much.
Yeah, so people, I'm not gonna say it again. This is gonna be the last time. Well, I might say it again. Well, no, who knows? Listen to the rules. I'm trying to watch football this fall, please.
Yeah. Seriously. So, what do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers record is going to be? Since you're a fan of the Steelers.
Well,
And you can't say 17-0 because that's just unreasonable.
I also wouldn't say 17-0 because that rule isn't coming into effect till next season. So
Oh yeah, you're good call.
16-0. Yeah, they're not going to go 16-0 this year, but Big Ben's coming back. We have a nice young defense. Got Minka Fitzpatrick last year. TJ Watt is a beast. And Big Ben coming back with our young receivers. I have a lot of hopes. I'm going to say, I think we can go 10-6. It really all depends on Ben's health.
I don't
after
think
that surgery last year, missing the whole season pretty much, except for like the first half of the first game.
I think the schedule comes out May 9th, right?
I don't know the exact date, but it's got to be coming out in the next month or two. I mean, they're supposed to start doing OTAs and all that stuff, all those summer workouts soon, coming up in the next month. So I'm sure the schedule will be released soon.
Yeah. Honestly, I think TJ Watt is better than JJ Watt, but
he could have the better career. JJ's had a pretty awesome career.
yeah.
One thing is that Bill O'Brien, Texans head coach, has been making some pretty odd trades recently, sending away DeAndre Hopkins and whatnot. I think the Steelers should lowball an offer for J.J. Watt, get the 3 Watt brothers together in Pittsburgh, and just destroy everyone. That D-line would be nasty.
That would be so sick, though. That might be the first time 3 brothers would ever play on an NFL team together.
Could be, yeah. I know the Edmonds brothers, 2 of them are on the Bills, and 1 of them is on the Steelers. I don't know if we're going to get all of them, but, I mean.
What if you got 2 sets of 3 brothers?
I mean, that's got to be some type of – that's going to go down in the NFL history books some way.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers would be on it.
Yeah. We did have the most Super Bowls, so.
Do you think?
Now the Patriots.
No, the Patriots do.
Hey, but no longer the Patriots dynasty, am I right?
Yeah,
Everybody
thank
can
God.
celebrate that at least this offseason.
That's so true, because now the Jets have a chance.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the Bills coming out of that division now. Although the Dolphins, I mean, they were awful, as we know. But they're young. They can start over, could take or they have, I think I want to say 6th overall pick or something like that in this year's draft. I know it's early, obviously.
Yeah.
They could, get their franchise leader.
They're taking Tua, guaranteed.
You think? I'm hearing the Chargers might try and snag Tua.
Whoa.
Replace Rivers.
Oh, yeah, I guess
in those flashy new uniforms.
Wait, didn't Rivers move? I thought
he's going to be playing for the Colts next year.
That's right.
Yeah. Signed with the Colts.
Dude, that's going to be different.
No faith in my man Jacoby Brissett, though.
Yeah, what the heck?
He's not a bad quarterback, honestly.
Dude, he was good, though.
Everyone has their ups and downs.
Dude.
Oh, well. Plus, Rivers is, last season, that was just rough. He was throwing picks all over the place. He just can't move much anymore.
Yeah.
Good thing they only signed him to a 1 year.
I mean, I don't think he's going to do that much better with the Colts. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers have a pretty good receiving core, or at least a decent one.
Keenan Allen, come on.
Yeah, Mike Williams. I mean, the Colts, they have T.Y. Hilton, obviously, but I mean, outside of him, there's not much. The Steelers signed Eric Ebron away from the Colts. That was pretty big. I like that signing.
Yeah, that was a good sign.
You know, I'm gonna circle back to the Steelers here. I think one move they should make: sign Cam Newton.
Oh,
Sign Cam Newton. He takes a year behind Ben this year. Ben's gonna be out in the next 2 or 3 years max. Ben's gonna be out of there. He heals his shoulder entirely. That's been hampering him the last season or two. And then it's Cam's team for 4 or 5 years. I mean, got a young defense now, young receivers. I mean, that's my move. I think the Steelers should make.
that's not a bad move, but why? How could the Steelers convince Cam to take a bench role for 1+ seasons?
Well, I mean,
he wants to be a starter.
He does. Well, they could promise him, he gets a starting job after a year or so. And plus, he's going to be playing for the Steelers. It's not the Carolina Panthers anymore. You get a structured organization that knows how to run things and has been successful for decades. He's going to have the right leadership. And I'm a person that thinks it just takes a change of location for an athlete to do better or worse. It all depends on the situation, the coaching, play style, and all that. I think athletes can turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Cam Newton is going to have a great year one of these years now, because I think he wants to show Carolina what's up.
Him and Jameis just got that LASIK eye surgery this offseason after throwing over 5,000 yards last season.
Yeah.
And I know he threw exactly 30 picks. And everybody's going to say, oh, he threw 30 picks, but that's because he couldn't see. He was always squinting. He couldn't see anything. I think with this surgery, a lot of people are going to be surprised if Jameis gets another chance, which he should, that he's going to be a lot better.
Oh, yeah, I think he totally should get another chance. I mean, he still threw for 30 TDs.
Right.
I mean, that's the Jets franchise record, 31 TDs for a quarterback in a season.
Sad life of a Jets fan. Hey, maybe the Jets should start. Well, you do have Sam Darnold. He's still the future, right?
I guess.
That's
I don't know
TBD.
who the future is anymore.
Yeah.
Not with Joe Douglas. I have no idea who the future is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping it's Jamal Adams, but
now there's trade rumors for him.
Dude, don't even get me started. I stand by this. If they trade Jamal Adams, I'm switching teams.
And the Steelers will welcome you with open arms. Now you'll probably just go to the Bucks like Ezra and every other bandwagon fan.
I do have a Hines Ward jersey, so.
Do you?
I could keep collecting.
You could play it off as a longtime Steelers fan.
And Hines Ward was a coach for the Jets.
So you have that connection as well.
Yep. He was the wide receiver coach this year, bro.
Yeah. Great football mind.
Dude, he was my favorite wide receiver back in, what was it?
Those days.
Sixth grade, I think.
Yeah, he's been retired for a little bit now, but.
I went home, watched the Super Bowl on my curved TV with the huge box in the back.
He was a hard-hitting receiver. He liked to block, which is not something you see much anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Well, Jack, thanks for coming on the show today and, talking about sports and whatnot, just letting the conversation take us to where it went.
It's been a delight. We kind of tailed off into just some straight NFL talk there at the end.
Yeah, we did.
Which is good. But, this has been the coronavirus podcast, of course. It's been life-altering. We're living through an event in U.S. history that won't be forgotten for a long time, which is strange to think about. But yeah, we just got to keep moving forward, and eventually this too shall pass.
Yeah, and guys, if you didn't hear what Jack said, make sure you stay inside and do your part so we can have an NFL season, please. And so we can have an NFL season. He would greatly appreciate it.
I would. Thank you in advance.
Well, thanks again, Jack. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it, Lou. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, peace.
See you guys. Thanks for listening in. You can stay in here, Jack. Thanks for listening in to the Real Talk podcast. See you guys soon on the next episode.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Keep it. Oh, what does Rob say?
Live free, bro.
Live free, bro. That's what it is. Live free, bro. Peace out, guys. Stop recording. Yes.